We continue our video series from the Force USA headquarters, joined by Mark, the CEO of Force USA, where we cover all-in-one trainers, multi-trainers, and other products in the Force USA lineup. And in today's video, we have a full overview of the Force USA G6 all-in-one trainer right after this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Force USA headquarters. I'm Stevie Richards here with the CEO of Force USA, Mark. Thank you very much for joining me as we go from the plate-loaded trainers, the G1 and the G3, now the weight stacks. The ones you can't have your buddies pick up and move around.
Although
you could
four on each side, you can kind of slide them and nudge them. That we can do.
Okay, I signed a disclaimer for the spine infection. You need to put a disclaimer because do not do that, as we say in wrestling.
It's always good. It's always good to know where you're going to put this when you set it up.
Do not try this at home. That's what we used to say in wrestling. That eliminates any kind of liability.
Please don't try this at home.
Absolutely.
But there is possibilities of putting this in spaces that you can't put the G3 nor G12, G15 Pro, and all the other ones.
Correct.
This is uniquely, as far as weight stacks are concerned, what's the unique selling point?
So the G6, I always personally loved it because I get a little bit more height up here.
True.
I like the extra height I get up here when I'm doing different exercises. It's only a couple inches, but for me that matters.
That's what she said.
The second thing is the geometry of this unit pinches in at the back, which means it's specifically designed to fit in corners. And very few people can say that. In fact, we're one of the only companies that really doubled down on this philosophy because space is so limited in the home gym world. Very few of us are blessed with unlimited space in a home gym. And fitting into a corner is extremely important. And this unit is built for that. So the geometry pinches in the back. You can, obviously the plate horns are on an angle here to help facilitate that. So it's really been a special unit for people that are searching for a unit that'll fit into a corner. It's a 2-in-1. It's got all the attachments that Force USA is famous for.
I love these, by the way. I don't want to interrupt you, but these newly designed dip handles. I got the old school bullhorn one. These, I said it last year, these here, the way they redesigned them and having two different grips according to height and size, this is definitely a game changer. And also locking it like that to make sure it doesn't, wiggle or wobble. That's good.
And the G6 is also unique because, spin around, we've got discrete storage back there. It seems like storage is always an afterthought these days, but a lot of hooks in the back there. This has just been such a popular unit, and the price, you can't beat it.
The only thing I would say, the height for people like us, even though you're much taller than me, still shrinking everybody. But the only problem I tell people to measure all the time. The height is great if you have a high ceiling, if you have a high enough ceiling. If you do not, my previous home gym had a very, very low ceiling. And I was limited. I had the G3, the previous model in there, but this here could be problematic, especially for pull-ups. So you need to measure your space, especially height. And for the width, you get the benefit of the corner model. And how many people, I'm looking at the corner of the room there, they don't utilize the corner except to put their jammer arms and the dip handles and everything. Now you can place the whole thing in there while still accessing the plates in the back of it. Pretty cool.
Very space saving.
I just want to point that out.
We have to.
Somebody has got stuff from Force USA before and didn't measure the ceiling and it said, oh, I got to send this coffin box all the way back to Force USA.
We want to avoid that.
Don't do that. And when you never go back in the box, as they say.
No, it won't.
It's like Pandora's box for fitness.
It's something to keep in mind is that, so I discussed the proportions here and the pros and cons. As you get into the next models, the 12 and the 15, we have some that are proportionally different. So we've got a unit for whatever your space issues are. So corner unit doesn't have to go in a quarter. It's a perfectly amazing machine if you don't put it in a corner. But if you have ceiling issues, then I would look towards the G12 and the G15.
Yeah, and customers actually told you didn't even think of it at first as a dedicated corner model, but everybody that ever purchased, like, oh, I'm throwing this in the corner. It's in the corner. Like they pretty much spoke to you and said, this is essentially a corner model.
We had a mini revolt on our hands. We had discussed changing the flares in the back, and all of our all of our dealers around the country, everyone said, please don't do that. And so we listened, and we're leaning into the strengths of this unit.
So if you want to hire all-in-one trainer and you want to put it in the corner, or at least have it tapered to have a smaller footprint, Force USA G6 is probably the one for you. If you decide to save a little bit of money, use my, who wouldn't decide to save a little bit of money? Use my, I would, I don't know. Well, you're
Save
rich.
away.
You're rich. ForceUSA.com/Stevie. Help save a little bit of money. Of course, you support the content here at Stevie Richards Fitness, so I could pretty much force CEOs to be on camera with me.
That's right. You can ride in my rusty old pickup anytime.
He actually said, by the way, on a side note, I got my first pickup truck at 52 years old, and he said, I'm glad you finally have joined the club. Now I drive around Florida looking for things to just haul to make use out of.
That's why you probably had back issues. You're getting into this little.
But I'll give people a flashback before we go. Remember when I first got the original MyRack, I actually fit the whole thing as far as the boxes and everything.
That was your original video you did.
2006 Honda Accord. So if you have a Honda Accord, you can get the MyRack.
That was your original video.
First video I did.
That's right. Thank you. Those are fond memories.
Definitely, definitely. So we've been working over a while. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to bring the content to you here. Thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.